Hi there, friends. Welcome to Stampin' Peace. I'm Mary Knabe coming to you live on Thursday, June 25th from Westerville, Ohio. So I'm happy to have you here today. I've got some fun cards planned for you. I'm calling it the cut and fold cut and fold DSP technique. And I think you're going to love it. Before then, however, I want to remind you that today is the very last day to sign up for my cutest onesie baby card or cutest onesie card class to go. Okay, cutest onesie card class to go. Today, June 25th, is the last day to order that. You can get information, see a color photo of the cards you'll make on stampinpeace.com. There are 2 class to go choices, one with the bundle and one without. And I do sell the PDF only in my PDF store, which is right on stampinpeace.com. So if you want options 1 or 2, today is the last day. Another quick reminder, as we're getting into the last week of June, the stamp and die bundles are an additional 10% off this month through June 30th. And also our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines, both the large and the minis, are on sale for 10% off as well. And any of those sale products can be also added to the starter kit if you've been interested in maybe becoming a demonstrator, whether it be just to enjoy the discount for a while or perhaps to do a little bit more and earn a little extra income. Either way, I'm happy to talk to you about that. If you have any questions, there's also more information about that at stampinpeace.com. All right, hope you had a great weekend. Mine was wonderful. It was a big family weekend. Emily came home on Friday and she made dinner for myself and her dad, and we had chicken kebabs that were fabulous. The chicken was so tender and grilled just right with the vegetables, really yummy. And on Saturday, we celebrated Riley's first birthday. So that was a lot of excitement. She did great. She was going strong the whole day. And I'll have to post some pictures. But now I can tell you what I got for her. You know, the Little Tikes Cozy Coupe, the car, the red and yellow car. Well, it's similar to that, only it's an ice cream truck. And it took a lot to put that together a couple months ago, but it's so cute and she is loving it. And I also found some ice cream themed sand toys. So she can use that with her ice cream truck, and she can take that to the beach as well when they go with John's family in August. So it was a lot of fun. Great turnout of the Knabe family and the Schmidt family and some of their friends. There were a few little ones there, and it's just so much fun to see Riley interacting with everybody, and everybody interacting with her and having so much fun as well. And of course, Andrea did a great job decorating, and cute. I'll have to post some pictures. So super fun. And gosh, I can't believe she's a year and a week. She had her checkup today, 1-year checkup. She's super healthy, so that's awesome. And I hope you and your loved ones are doing well as and are happy and healthy as well. All right, I'm going to flip my camera around now, and while I do that, would you please share this live video and invite others to join us for today's card making demonstration. Okay, there we go. Not sure what that was all about, but Facebook was a little glitchy for me. Okay. And it also seems like okay. All right, I think that's good. Not sure what happened, but we look good now, so let's get started. As I said in my intro, I'm calling this technique the cut and fold DSP card making technique. So, and I'm going to do two. They're slightly different, but same concept. So I've got a card base that measures 5.5 by 8.5 inches, scored down the middle at 4 1/4. I've got two pieces of basic white. They both measure 4 inches by 5 1/4. And my Countryside in DSP also measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. And what I'm going to do is just flip over this DSP. And at the bottom, this is directional, so I want to pay attention to my bottom. I'm going to score at 1 inch from the bottom. Okay. And then I'm just going to fold that up. And I'm going to put that away until I need it for the second card. So what I'm going to do is, oops, this is a brand new bottle, and I have to remember when it's a brand new bottle that it comes out super fast. Really don't even need to squeeze. So once I have that folded and secured, I'm actually going to just lay this. I will be adhering it to this piece of white cardstock, but for now, I'm just going to lay it there. The reason being is I want to stamp my sentiment right here. However, if I make a mistake, then I'll simply be able to move that, flip my cardstock over, and try again. And this also gives me a visual of where I need to stamp my sentiment. And I'm stamping with Night of Navy ink, and the sentiment reads, "Thinking of you." Seems like I send a lot of those cards, thinking of you. And now, because it looks good, I am ready to now adhere my DSP. And this will go at the top. Just use your fingers and your work surface to line up all those edges nicely. And then you can press it into place. And then I'm simply going to add this to my card front. Here's my bone folder. Okay, and then I have this piece of white to go in the inside. I'm actually going to use my Stampin' seal for that. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to add some opal rounds. So you've got an opal color, you've got a goldish opal, and then a bluish opal color. And I bet you're thinking I'm going to go for that dark blue. But guess what? Surprise, I'm not. I'm actually going to use the just the plain opal color in that sort of whitish. And what I like about these opal rounds is they kind of pick up whatever the colors are that you're using. So as I don't know how well you can see this, but as I'm moving this around, I see it picking up some of those blues. So that's why I chose that. So that's my first card. Super easy, right? Easy, clever. I didn't have to cut. I just did one score line and folded it. And depending on the size of your sentiment, if you had a real narrow one, you could actually make your fold smaller than the 1 inch. If you had something a little bit taller, you might want to adjust that as well. Okay, so that's card number 1. Quick and easy. Remember that I like to show you things that are quick and easy to make, but give sort of a wow, like, oh, how did you do that? Okay, so here's my second card. And by the way, I'll show you this at the end. I'll show you the stamp set where I'm getting the sentiments, because it is a sneak peek of products yet to come. All right. So same thing, my card base, 5.5 by 8.5 inches. I have 2 pieces of basic white, 5.25 by 4 inches. And also my DSP, which is the same size, 4 by 5.25. Now this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. And before I do any scoring or folding, I want to, here, I'll use this. I usually measure right here on my glass mat, but to help you see it better, I'm going to do this. So again, this is directional, so I want to keep in mind where the bottom is, okay? So I want to score basically a 1/2 inch from the right side. So I'm working on the back, and I just made a little pencil mark here, a 1/2 inch from my right side, okay? I don't want to do it this way because then I'm marking up the front side of my paper. Then, so I've got this here, and my score line is going to be like this. So I'm going to mark 2 inches up on the opposite side. And again, this is just a basic, these are basic measurements. You can always change them, adjust them, alter them to fit the sentiments you use. You might also, instead of stamping a sentiment, you might also be stamping some kind of image or pattern. So just whatever you plan to stamp in that blank space, adjust your measurements accordingly. But this gives you a good basic place to start, okay? So I'm going to fold up on that score line. Add a little bit of glue to hold that down in place. Now this will eventually be adhered to my white cardstock. However, actually my white cardstock appears to be a smidgen too big. Let me just trim that off. You know what a smidgen is, right? Okay. So I'm just going to lay this in place. I'm not going to adhere it yet because I want to do my stamping first before I adhere, okay? So I'm just gonna have that in place there. And then I'm going to stamp thank you right in this blank space here. And as you can see, you could do sentiments of different sizes and shapes in here. just if you're not sure if it's going to fit, just hold the stamp over that area and it will be a perfect gauge for you. So now that I've got my stamping done and I'm happy with that, I'm going to add my DSP to the basic white cardstock. And then I'll add this to my card front. And I'll add my white to the inside. And then I'll finish this off with some embellishments. So if you've got lots of DSP and lots of pattern paper, scrapbook paper that you need to use up, these cards are perfect for that. Kathy, on the first one, I just scored at 1 inch from the bottom of my 4" by 5 1/4 DSP and folded up. On here, I flipped to the back side and I wanted a 1/2 inch here and 2 inches from this corner. And then I put those pencil marks right into, I guess I didn't say that. I put those pencil marks right into the cutting groove of my, so that 2 inch pencil mark and the 1/2 inch pencil mark were lined up right here in the cutting groove. And then that's where I scored it for the fold, okay? I can show that again. I will show that step again because I should have mentioned that. I guess I've been working with you all so long that I guess I thought you knew that. And there's always new people, so I want to be sure that everybody understands how I got that corner fold. So I'm finishing off once again with some of the opal rounds. And this time I did use the dark blue. So here's the 2 examples. All right. I have some other samples of the same thing to show you. But before I do that, let me go back and show you that step again of how I got the folds. It's really quite easy and the cards are very quick to make. So if you've jumped on late, you may have even missed it. So, and that's the most important part, how to make those folds. Whoops. So on the first card right here, I scored the bottom at 1 inch. Okay, I scored the bottom. Whoops. Actually, I like to work from the back side for these. So I'm scoring at 1 inch. And then I would fold that over to make my card. Okay. Actually, I used the wrong print, but that's okay. And then for the other one, this will just show you some difference here. Then for the other one, I'm working from the back, okay? Working from the back side. This is the bottom. Keep track of the bottom. And I want to make a pencil mark at a 1/2 inch. I've even done 3/4 of an inch, but 1/2 inch there. And then turn it, so now the bottom of my DSP is at the top. and I want to mark 2 inches here. So now I've got the 1/2 inch pencil mark here. It's really light. I'm sure you, there we go. 1/2 inch there and the 2 inch here. And I just kind of wiggle the DSP until I have both of those little pencil marks right in this groove. Okay. And then I'm going to score that and fold it. Okay. Does that help for those of you that maybe missed that? Okay, so here are the 2 cards I made for you in this live demonstration, but I want to show you, before I show you the other samples, my greetings or sentiments came from the Everyday Greetings stamp set. This stamp set is only available to demonstrators on pre-order this month, but it is coming for all of you on July 3rd, okay? Customers, everybody can purchase it on July 3rd, okay? In the month of June, it's a demonstrator pre-order product. One of the great benefits of being a demonstrator, we get sneak peeks, we get early access to new product. I love it. It's a lot of fun. But Everyday Greetings available right now on demonstrator pre-order or for customers on July 3rd. Okay. And as you can see, there's a lot, I love the fonts too, but there's a lot of opportunity here to do some mixing and matching. Okay. All right. Let me show you. I will be giving these cards away. Oh gosh, we should, let's do, for our comment, let's do cut and fold DSP technique. Cut and fold DSP technique. So if you would like to have your name entered into the drawing to possibly receive one of these cards, please type in the comments now, cut and fold DSP technique. Oh, some of you got it already. You're fast. Okay, here's another pair that I made using the very same cut and fold techniques. All right. This uses the Take to the Sky Designer Series paper. One thing I did differently here, instead of using white behind my DSP, I used another coordinating color. So boho blue is a coordinating color in this DSP, just like the copper clay is that I used for my base. Okay, I've added some industrial trinkets as my embellishments. And one other difference here is I just cut a 1/4 inch strip of another coordinating color, which is Night of Navy. And I just adhered that right at the bottom of that fold. Now I could have put it at the top. I could have put it in the middle, could put it anywhere I want. So a little bit stepped up from that, okay? Again, I switched out the white for the boho blue, a coordinating color here. Then I'm gonna give you another sneak peek. Saturday was Stampin' Up's virtual event for demonstrators called Creativity Now. It's the 3rd year they've done it, 3rd Saturday of June. I did not watch live because I was at Riley's birthday party celebrating with everybody, but Stampin' Up gives us the link for the replays. So I've been watching that and making my cards and designing things to go along. But the featured product of that was, or I should say included, the Winterly Treetops bundle. So this stamp set and the dies. Now I have to tell you, I love this, and I see birds and berries and greens, and I immediately think Christmas or holidays or winter. But look at these sentiments. These are ones that can be used all year long, all right, all year long. So I love it for that. It's got dies to cut out each of these images, plus some bonus dies in here, which are lots of fun. Here's a coordinating embellishment, and there's some really awesome designer series paper that goes with that. And those products will be in the September to December mini catalog. So you're getting a real sneak peek. But I did use some of that DSP from that suite to make these cards. And you can see I used some of those embellishments. What are these called? Cherry Cobbler and Pearl adhesive back berries. Some are like this set of 3, that is basically one embellishment. They're stuck together, and then there are individual ones. So I love this. Yes, it does have the Christmassy colors with the red and the greens, but I could send this card at the holidays, in December, in January, February, the winter months. But it's really awesome, really awesome. So I hope you enjoyed today's demonstration of my cut and fold DSP technique. Another set of easy to make cards that give kind of a wow factor or something different. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you will try this technique with your designer series papers and cardstock you have at home. I can't wait to see what you make. Please send me pictures, share it here on Stampin' Piece with Mary Knabe, and you'll be sharing your creativity and inspiring others. Have a great evening. I look forward to seeing you next time, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at Stampin' Piece with Mary Knabe. Bye-bye.